little about Dena. So Dena's from Colorado originally. So I moved out here a couple of years ago, a little over 2 years ago, and that's how I found MoveFit, is when I was traveling back and forth. I was looking for a gym when I was away from home. So I moved out here a couple of years ago. I'm a CIO, so I work in technology, and I love to hike. I love to work out, obviously, which is why I'm here. I love to travel, so I've traveled to 39 countries outside of the US. And that's what I love to talk about more than anything else. That's a little about me. I love to travel, and I think traveling is different than vacation for me. So traveling is going somewhere that you're going to embrace and live how the locals do, really understand what they do. Not so much like, cocktails and mimosas on the beach, although that's fun too. And wine, I like going to dinner, I love hiking. There's quite a big group from MoveFit that goes hiking on Sundays, and I love that. But I think when I first started, what I liked was that it was so intimate and small. And so what I felt was I was being confronted in how do I do this and balance this with everything else in my life, which I think we all struggle with. But I love that it was small and it was close-knit. I think what's worked for me is a consistency of schedule. So there's so many times that you can get in here, which is great, but the consistency is you got to pick a time and commit to it and make that work in your schedule. For me, that works. I have a very overloaded schedule that I think most people do. So I look way in advance of scheduling my workouts. And so it's already committed, it's on the calendar, it's gonna happen. That works really well. But I think the other thing is I think there's a sweet intimacy we get with our trainers and with everyone here that they know us. So you guys learn my patterns just as well, that if I'm not feeling well, getting asked about it, or if I don't show up, which is rare for me, but if I don't, then I get a text like, are you okay? But I think when we have the accountability sessions too, is when you guys know what our goals are and where we're going, and are we staying on track with that? I think keeping that conversation there, that along with the consistency of the scheduling, just works. And it keeps your goals in front of you. Biggest accomplishment overall has been going from cardio queen to strength training. I feel better, I feel more accomplished in it. I enjoy actually going for more weight versus more calories. I would say ultimately find something you enjoy. So I enjoy my 3 hours here a week, right? I look forward to it, that even if I'm tired, I can't wait to be here. I have one key conversation that I've shared with so many people about Daniel, because I think as we get bigger, not everyone gets to know Daniel, right? And it's a blessing too. But he also scares the crap out of all of us, right, to a degree, for a good reason. But I had one day where I came in, I remember him asking why I thought I should be somewhere else than where I was, and why I had goals that I felt like I wasn't accomplishing. Something of the sort, something really basic. And he had shared with me a perspective of, those people that you think you're supposed to look like, this is what they do every day, every week. They don't have wine even once a week. They don't go out to dinner with friends, right? They meal prep everything and calorie count constantly. Is that what you're willing to do to look that way? And it was an absolute no, right? So if I wasn't willing to do that, then why did I have expectations I should look a different way? And I know that seems really silly, but for some reason for me in that moment, it was an absolute be happy with what you choose to create in your life instead of having false expectations.